The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hey everybody, and welcome to ReviewParty.com. My name is Matt.
My name is Brent.
And we are here to provide you with entertainment and sustenance.
Sustenance. Sustenance to feed your intellectual funny bone. It's nothing but highbrow stuff on ReviewParty.com.
That's right. If you're wondering, what am I listening to? How did I get here? This is the only podcast that reviews internet reviews and does so with a wink, a grin, and a little bit of a tail wag.
The tongue is in the cheek. The tongue is boring a hole into the cheek in this podcast, you might say.
Absolutely. And, I'm going to do something that I haven't personally done in a while, which is, I'm already doing it, opening an episode, but I'm going to open it not with a review, but with a bit of an opener. And heck no, I'm not going to talk about my personal life. I'm not going to talk about the eyeliner I have on, which makes me look especially dashing.
I want to hear about the eyeliner you have
on. This was opening night for a production I'm a part of. It's 8 short plays that a director I worked with wrote to help benefit a local costume shop because people helped the theaters out for COVID, but they completely forgot about the costume shop that the theater's using. Anyway.
I think you're talking about your life.
Being a theater noob, I have never really gotten much into makeup, so I typically just put... Luckily, I play slightly villainous people every now and then.
Put some guy liner on.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like Nightman. Anyway, that aside, we don't need to catch up on how's the traffic in your neighborhood this week. What we need to catch up on is bigger news than that, and you know what the news is? It's toys added to the Toy Hall of Fame. Because you and I are big kids, not just at heart, but the other parts of our body too.
I'm just a large child.
So this year, 3 toys were added to the Toy Hall of Fame. The American Girl doll.
Mm-hmm.
I assume so conservatives can say, we've got one for girls.
First rounder. The American Girl doll deserves to be there.
Also added was Risk. So the conservatives can say, we love war.
And I love Risk. That's my favorite board game. That game fucking rules.
I'll tell you what else was in the running this year. Battleship, Settlers of Catan, Mahjong, Billiards, as well as Cabbage Patch Kids, Masters of the Universe, Fisher-Price Corn Popper. I think that's the little push thing that goes...
All big names. All...
The Toy Fire Engine and the Pinata. But the third toy added. Do you have any possible guess?
The third toy added. Bop it.
You will never get this.
Bop it.
Think about something that any child could play with.
Bop it 2.
It's sand.
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 Sand is the toy.
Honored for its, quote, opportunities for tactical, physical, cooperative, creative, and independent free play. Children recognize sand as a creative material suitable for pouring, scooping, sieving, raking, and measuring. Wet sand is even better, ready for kids to construct, shape, and sculpt. Although some playthings can only be found online or in certain stores, sand has global reach that most toy manufacturers would envy.
I do not want to be around when they tell Anakin Skywalker about this.
He hates sand.
The way it gets between your toes?
Oh, he's never played with it, man.
He wasn't even on a sandy planet, and it almost ruined his whole damn honeymoon. Just the thought of it.
Just the mere reminder that it's rough and coarse and gets everywhere.
He's not going to stop at the younglings when he finds out about this.
Yeah, maybe he was trying to make some new toys, and he's just like, dang, sand has already cornered the market. It's everywhere.
His planet is in the aftermath of the worst Black Friday sale of all time. They sold so much sand it covered the planet.
People are just door busting to get in and get this stuff. He's like, it's everywhere.
The doors were busting out with copious amounts of sand.
The sands of time.
And then the sands of time rolled, and soon a Sith Lord was born. Is that what you want? Toy Hall of Fame? The popper is way... Someone invented the popper. No one invented sand, except... I don't even know if God invented sand, because sand's made from old rocks.
This is true.
I don't think the Garden of Eden had any sand in it.
Yeah, those rocks were brand new, fresh off the shelf.
Make a new rock.
He's like, oh, dang. All this stuff. I don't want to clean it up. It gets everywhere.
We'll just call it sand. It's good.
Leave it.
Be in the Toy Hall of Fame someday. Write that one down, Michael. Should I get us a review?
Yeah, kick us off.
I scrolled through my reviews, and this one just flashed out at me from the Google Doc like a beacon of hellish hope. We'll start off episode 74 with a review for Stomp the Yard, the 2007 smash hit featuring Chris Brown, Stomp the Yard. It's about dancing boys.
Oh boy.
This review is written by Little Irish. They title it A Favorite.
I know a Little Irish. Sorry.
A good, strong little movie that shows a good class of people. There is snobs and normals in the races. This is a good little study of good versus evil. The stomping is outrageous. I have not seen that style of movement to this movement, and I find it fascinating. Moves very well, and it isn't easy to read as to what is coming. 5 stars.
I didn't think somebody could analyze Stomp the Yard with that depth, like sociologically.
If you're stomping so much in one place, there's going to be a lot of depth. You're eventually going to break through that concrete.
Yeah, you're going to compact the ground ever so much.
Opened cardboard boxes that you break dance upon can only shield the ground from your stomping forces for so long.
Is that what they're getting at, though? See, some people can stomp the yard. Some people can stomp the courtyard.
Some people can only stomp the table.
They only have a table. I feel privileged. I can stomp the yard. I can stomp the driveway. I can stomp the garage. There's a lot of things for me to stomp.
Right. You can stomp your bed. That might, if you got a spring mattress, you might knee yourself in the chin. Then
Yeah.
You're on the way to the hospital for some stitches. Maybe that means we're not good class of people.
No, we're posers. Poser stompers.
No, there's no way I could be in Stomp the Yard, dude. I cannot stomp like these young men.
It takes a certain level of commitment to stomp, not in anger.
A certain level of rhythm that a man as white as me does not possess.
Yeah, there is that, but I think about the times I have stomped, the reasons I stomp. Mm-hmm. There's snow or mud on my boots.
Right.
I am making a scene. It's
Sure.
never like to express myself through dance and motion.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I express by stomping is get that off my shoe.
The stomp spirit just isn't in me.
Yeah, it's not a complex emotion at all that I could be compelling to be conveyed on screen.
But what the heck is that? Oh, geez. Stomp, 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 stomp.
Oh, it's Halloween and you cut through this person's yard and then clean up their dog shit.
Yeah.
That may be a compelling stomp. That is a series of stomps.
Drag along the stoop, a good little scrape.
Oh yeah, find a sharp curb and get your scrape on before you get into mom's minivan. I remember being dropped off by my mom it was a military operation. All my little friends packed in the minivan. She drops us off in the rich neighborhood where all the big productions are and big candy bars are. Go, 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 go! All the kids hit the floor. They're stomping. That's my stomp the yard, is just rushing to Halloween candy.
Yeah, jumping out of the minivan.
Stampede the suburbia. That's what my stomp the yard is.
Let them know we're coming. Flap, 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 flap.
Damn, I was trying to watch the trailer for Stomp the Yard to cheekily get some more material for this episode.
Uh-huh.
I accidentally just started the movie.
Oh, it's just out there.
Well, I have Amazon Prime.
Okay.
I meant to click the trailer on Amazon. I am just watching these young lads, absolutely go off, as they say.
I recently, for the first time, watched the movie Rad. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
It rings a bell.
It's an 80s movie all about BMX.
Oh, cool.
And like the opening credits is just these kids like bouncing on their front tires with their little like 80s little rat tail mullet things. And they're doing things I could never even imagine. It's amazing to see. And the movie is hilarious and wonderful. But I feel like that is just like it set the stage for Stomp. It's some obscure sport that 15 people are into.
You think Rad crawled so Stomp could run.
Exactly. It laid the pavement for which stomping took place on.
I was gonna say. Okay, so the cool, like, these guys look like they're in, what's that
Duran
MTV show where they rap battle?
That's not Def Jam.
No, that's a record label.
Yeah.
And a video game.
Was it? Right.
Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out? Is that what we're going for here?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I had Nick Cannon, that was it.
The opening credits has Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out rejects versus like the Chicanos, the fucking the lowrider looking type stereotype guys. One young man just took out his cell phone, his flip phone, his Motorola, it looks like, flipped it on open, made a call, perhaps to his mother, had a conversation, and then spun upon his head.
What?
While having a conversation. That's not a stomp at all.
You're doing it wrong.
Oh, but these boys are stomping. They're sort of reverse stomping, too. It looked like they laid down, and then they came back up and flipped the other people off. This stomp is getting physical. They're starting to push. But this man he's broken up the pushing and started to dance. Okay. They are sliding and jumping over each other. The other team cannot believe their eyes. Okay, I have to turn this off before the whole episode is...
Yeah, the recap. Sounds like Step Up combined with Drumline, combined with other obscure performance-related movies.
What's that one theater production where is that just Stomp?
Stomp, just Stomp.
They added the yard and it got urban all of a sudden.
Banging on the trash cans.
I went and saw that when I was in like middle school, I think. We had a field trip to it. I thought it was awesome.
I don't think I ever did, but...
Bang those trash cans all day. It was like Blue Man Group, except cool. But that got me thinking, we should just watch Stomp the Yard and record our reaction.
Sure, I'm down for that.
That would be a great bonus episode.
In the meantime, I have a review I am dying to get to.
Well, give it to me.
I think it was just last episode. You referenced the Owl website, the one with the owl, which we, of course,
Travelocity.
TripAdvisor.
TripAdvisor?
People out there, it's difficult to go on a website like TripAdvisor because what are you going to look for? How do we just look in our own hometowns, the places we've visited? Mm-hmm. Trust us, we've done that already. It's
hard to sit and think of like, what's a town? What's a town? And you just list towns you've been to.
Yeah. Luckily, though, in this little theater thing that I'm doing, somebody who's new to town is from Minnesota and said that she lived in the Twin Cities and Duluth. And I was like, you know, it's a funny word, Duluth. I'm going to find something from Duluth. So I have a TripAdvisor review of the Duluth Aerial Bridge.
It's a bridge in the sky. I'm going to take a wild stab.
It goes up and down, and Travel Diva 001, I'm going to call it, because her husband in the little picture, he's got a tuxedo with a bow tie, so I'm thinking they're spies from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. That's the only explanation.
It's the only one. Travel Diva 001 titles her review, "Wow, so unique," and writes, "I was very impressed with the history and grandeur of this bridge. We walked across it in between half-hourly lifts. I loved seeing the 3 lighthouses so close together. We even saw a couple of fellas hot-dogging it up on their jet skis in the harbor. What didn't impress me was the 3 people we spoke with. Parking lot attendant, girl in souvenir store, and a lady in a chocolate shop. Had no clue when we asked questions about the bridge or directions to places. We were disappointed the visitor center was closed, and the restaurant we wanted to eat at was closed for lunch due to staffing shortages. 5 stars, or circles as they are on TripAdvisor."
So there's circles? What's so impressive
They're
about
circles.
5 circles, TripAdvisor?
5 green circles.
5 polka dots?
5 little dot.
What is this, bingo with grandma? Back to the review, I think probably what stuck out to you, what grabbed you about that review is the same thing that tickled my earlobes just now.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the young gentleman hot dogging it upon the jet skis.
That was the thing that grabbed me and didn't let go. It wasn't the only thing, but that was the thing that really got me.
And I really thought it was funny because the next sentence, she sort of divides the review into things that, quote, impressed her and, quote, things that did not.
Right. But it's still 5 circles the whole way. So it must have been really good bridge.
Really good boys hot dog in it. Now, it is upsetting that the girl in the gift shop did not have any information on the hot dogging men or their jet skis, but they were good enough to give it the 5 circles.
She identifies these 3 random people: parking lot attendant, girl in souvenir store, and a lady in chocolate shop.
She was definitely taking notes.
You need to know everything about the bridge, people. This is what people come to Duluth for.
I'm sure they're all from Duluth and therefore do not give a shit about the stupid tourist trap bridge.
They don't care about that stuff. Like, I don't know. It's a bridge. You drive across it.
She's trying to sell Minnesota souvenirs to pay for college, dude. She studies enough. She doesn't need to know about the stupid bridge, too.
Yeah.
You should ask the hot dog and gentleman some questions. I'm sure they were wealths of information.
That too. Thank you for reminding me. When did she leave? Okay, this was a review from 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I guess 3 weeks ago it may have been, kind of nice out, but if I'm in Duluth, I don't know that I'm going to invest in a jet ski full time. You know what I mean? These are some hot dogging boys.
Oh, these are dedicated hot dogging jet skiers.
I think so. Who else gets that kind of recreational vehicle in that state?
I mean, it is the land of 1,000 lakes.
Dang, you put me in my place. It is.
It is there. All those lakes are ripe for hot dogging and or jet skiing.
Day by day, another one freezes over, and you just trailer your jet ski south.
We see the hot doggers going south for the winter.
It's like Chronicles of Riddick. There's just a frost line that you need to outrun.
And you gotta hit the Mississippi. That's when you're on Easy Street.
You're home free.
This would be a great 80s movie with a name like Streak. It's about the Minnesota hot doggers outrunning the incoming frost. We just need to hit the Mid-City Herald. We're almost there. We just gotta hit that Mississippi.
Look out! The clouds cover the sun. Oh no.
You hear wolves howl. There's giant feral Minnesota wolves.
They got all sorts of animals up there, I bet.
We're almost out of rations. Don't worry, reach in my cargo pants pocket. I saved some of Mom's hot dish.
I have some chocolate from the souvenir shop. What, you shop there, man? You actually shop there? My sister works there.
Yeah, there's this idiot asking her about the stupid bridge.
I actually recounted this review to the girl earlier this evening. She's like, "Oh yeah, that was probably me. That's probably me. I gave tours there." I'm like, that sounds fun. Well, folks, the bridge is gonna go up, then it comes back down.
It is called the aerial bridge because if you notice, there's air all around it.
And that's just nature. We don't have anything to do with that.
Well, that was a lovely stop in Duluth. I have a lovely little Yelp stop for us. Back to familiar waters of Racine, Wisconsin.
Hey, dig it.
This is a Yelp review for the Buffalo Wild Wings in Racine, Wisconsin. It is a review by Al M. He writes, "This was an outstanding visit. Aside from both of my teams, which I was rooting for, losing their respective games at roughly the same time.
Dang.
The food was really good, but mostly it was the friendly servers. I had a fantastic conversation on the topic of basketball with a former college basketball player who was apparently the manager on duty, and that was fantastic. Then I also got some phenomenal customer service from my waitress, Kaylee. Kaylee, not sure if I'm spelling that correctly, is one of the most relentlessly positive energy people I have ever met. And she is really willing to go above and beyond for her customers. My experience was so much better than I could have ever realistically expected it to be. Highly recommended, 5 stars.
Oh, come on. Buffalo Wild Wings already kind of put the idea in your mind that they can alter live sporting events to make you enjoy Buffalo Wild Wings more than you already are. That expectation is there thanks to marketing. At bare minimum, I would expect that. Above and beyond my wildest dreams, they make my team win.
Right. They make the call. A big corporation like that, they can injure a quarterback with a hit of a speed dial.
They got sway. What can I say?
But hey, I mean, it was so good that both his teams lost, and it was still better than he could ever imagine.
Yeah, that's wow. It's tough when your team loses, man. Depending on the sport, I guess. If it's baseball or basketball, you can get over that pretty quickly. Hockey, too.
You got another game in a couple days minimum.
When your football team loses, or if your team's on a losing streak, dang, dude, don't even wake up.
Kaylee was so fantastic that I don't even remember sports existed anymore, despite being in a corporate sports bar.
My brain was irradiated by Kaylee's positive energy outputs. It's just, I am microwaved right now. She has an ultraviolet smile.
They must just put Kaylee in front of the wings and she smiles and they cook just like because the microwave.
Yes.
Same as the wings.
Yes. I'm glad he had a conversation about basketball.
That really kind of weirded me out. It seems like it had to be so sterile to me. Like, how many times does this manager go up to, like, weird basketball nerds and be like, yeah, I played basketball in college, and talked about, like, oh, yeah, look at his ball handling, and made the guy feel smart about basketball.
Yeah. Picturing it from the opposite points of view. For the manager, it's like, okay, I am putting in my time.
Yep, let me butter up this guy, get Kaylee a nicer tip. Let me go over this table, apologize for the microwave wings, say they'll put them in another 2 minutes.
Say, hey, we'd love for you to review on Yelp, you know? I go, oh, I should.
You know, Kaylee was putting in some good work, working this young man over as well.
I mean, that's kind of what we're catered to do as people a little bit. The same thing when you listen to, I don't know, a podcast or a radio show, you feel like, oh, this person is making a connection with me. This person likes me. We do like you, audience. We love you.
Yeah, I would say the difference is I love everyone who listens. I don't think Kaylee loves everyone that comes into Buffalo Wild Wings.
Especially the person getting the whatever stinky sock wings. The Asian zing. I remember the first time I had those. I'm like, this tastes like a sock. What the heck?
It tastes like what?
Like a sock.
Like a sock.
It's basically like a dirty sock. I don't know how else to describe it. Not a fan of the Asian zing.
I get the Asian zing every time, but I didn't want this to evolve into my feelings, my soapbox feelings about Buffalo Wild Wings. But here we are, aren't we?
I'm sorry. I'll give them another shot.
Okay. It's okay. It needed to be it. It was fated that we came here. Buffalo Wild Wings has gone downhill. I feel like Buffalo Wild Wings went to rated or underrated to like the shittiest place to eat on the planet over the last 5 years.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It went from like sort of like upper deck fast food tier, like Chipotle tier maybe.
I'm getting treated. Wow, the soccer team's going to Buffalo Wild Wings. This is cool.
Yeah, to like Applebee's tier. It's Applebee's with more TVs.
Yeah, and worse floors.
We're going to order some Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm going to have Matt retry the Asian zing. We'll be right back right after this word from our sponsors.
Sucks. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to something that's probably just a one-off. The one-off theme. Ba 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 ba.
Ba 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 ba.
This actually is a segment for those of you who I know there are people out there who can't read the blog because they don't have computers or smartphones, and they're only listening to this podcast, through
smoke signals from their friend who uses internet stuff for them.
I know that you people are out there, so I am going to give you a brief glimpse into a certain blog post that you could have read had you access to a computer. But I know you don't. And don't worry, if you might get one day, I'm not going to spoil everything.
Okay, there's still a little meat left on them bones.
There's going to be plenty to nibble on. This week, I'm reviving a blog post, not from too long ago. It was all about robo-writing.
That one was a little scary.
Yes, I felt like bringing this because it was so interesting. I was just looking for reviews today, and I searched, hell in a Google review, because it was someplace that had hundreds of thousands of reviews or tens of thousands of reviews, and I thought, I want something with some energy, some emotion, and I did the review search for hell, and I saw two of the exact same reviews. If I'm in Paris, hell, I gotta get there. And I'm like, well, those are fake reviews. So they're out there, and for this blog, I decided I would use robot learning to write a blog. So what I fed to the robot was the following. The internet is a fast-paced place, constantly changing, growing, and becoming more embedded in our lives. To keep up with all of that, we often lean on those with more experience or knowledge, now that we can reach them so easily. These are the people who have lived and seen. Or maybe they're just people who have bought a hard drive from Amazon, eaten at a Hardee's, and stayed at a Howard Johnson. We read their reviews and feel prepared to face the world. But what happens when the people we trust aren't people at all? What happens when the reviews aren't real? So that's what I wrote, and then I gave 3 topic headings for the blog,
Mm-hmm.
and it populated.
That sounds like the beginning of the review party employee onboarding training video.
Yeah, pretty much. You gotta be careful out there, kids. You never know what you might find. So the first thing it gave was fairly unintelligible. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. The first section was the problem with fake reviews. And it was just kind of word garbage. Like, they're real sentences, but they flow in strange circles that don't really make sense. But under the heading, How to Fight Robot Reviews, there's some special stuff. Every now and then in a blog post, I'll have some little throwaway thing that then I don't actually throw away. Like, I'll make a joke about something and just keep harping on it. And it seems like the robot almost knew that. Because under
very, very clever.
Under How to Fight Robot Reviews, it's talking about people writing reviews. And there's a sentence. By asking these reviewers to tell others about their new purchase, Amazon has a group of people telling people about the new hard drive. And that hard drive is going to sell just that much more. So already I'm like, that's awful weird to be repeating a hard drive that much 2 times in one sentence.
The computers love hard drives.
It continues, though. But there's a problem. And it's a big one. You can't judge a product by a single review. In this case, the product is a hard drive. Hard drives have been around since the 1960s. End of section.
It could be true. That doesn't sound too far-fetched.
It feels like such a burn. They've been around since the 60s.
They're taking up entire buildings in the 60s, but they're around.
Yeah. So I wasn't too impressed with that round. I regenerated using that same text from the beginning and had it go one more time around the loop. And let's see. What Oh, there was one case where it literally just put the word advertisement on its own separate line, as if there was supposed to be an ad there, but it was just the word.
It sounds like it's operating on multiple levels here that we could not have predicted.
Oh, God. This I could not predict. The final heading I gave it was called, What Will the Future Look Like? And I think this was from the 3rd time I ran it through the algorithm. The AI says, this is a quote, "Cinema is an art that needs no clothes." Michelangelo. Not only is that not a real quote, but obviously Michelangelo could not have said it.
I think. But it sounds like he could have.
He could have. That is such a strong quote.
Sounds like something the dude would say.
It's awesome.
The dude loves wieners, boobs, vagoogers, buddy butts, the whole 9.
No facades needed.
Nipples,
anywhere.
Side boob, under boob, other side boob, top boob. Mikey's there for it.
And then it's like, it empowers me, strangely. It says, I've been involved in reviewing films and products for over 10 years now. Oh. Over that time, I've noticed a growing trend, which has made me increasingly cynical. Why do I say cynical? Because of the recent controversy over the Steven Spielberg movie, The Papers, which is based on the events surrounding the Pentagon Papers. And then it just cuts out.
Leave me hang in there.
I'm sorry.
AI.
I should have read what was before that, because after the Michelangelo quote, there's something that's actually like almost strangely profound. What happens when a movie is being released and the critics say it looks pretty bad, but the internet is now flooded with user reviews proving that it's actually an amazing film? Will audience believe what they've read? Will the box office numbers be affected by poor reviews? Are we living in a time where the opinions of others actually have a deeper impact than real human experiences?
Wow. Right? Whoa, dude, wow.
That is pretty crazy.
I feel like you write that shit on a college entrance essay. You're in. You're boom, in, bud. Grats.
Man, boom. So I think that about wraps it up with this. AIs, you gotta pay for the good ones, I guess. I didn't pay for this.
Bezos has got top dollar algorithm review fuckers. These
But hey.
socks made my balls feel warm. AI bot 7277.
Kill it.
3 stars. He doesn't know if he likes it or not. I got a review here.
Give it.
Let's bring it back down to some good old-fashioned simple machine technology.
Uh-oh.
I'm talking about the Amazon review for the Shape and Store Burger Master 8-in-1 Innovative Burger Press 8-patty red. It's essentially a Jell-O mold for your hamburger storage purposes.
Okay.
You put a bunch of burger into the bottom pan and you press the lid on, and it separates them into 8 patties.
You gotta have it.
You gotta have it. It's the Shape and Store Burger Master. This review for the Burger Master is written by Cam. Cam titles it, Shaping and Freezing Only, Portion Controlled Sized. They write, I discovered you cannot bake in them. They are for shaping and freezing only. No microwave, no oven, no grilling.
Oh no.
The company that produces these has great customer service, and Greg and I had a nice talk about them. They are a super company. This size is great for portion control, where you only use lean meats. They have a bigger version that molds for 4 standard hamburger buns.
Oh no.
5 stars.
Well, of course, because this is some clueless poor grandma. Oh no.
What did you think was going to happen when you baked the burgers in the octagons? In the fucking plastic octagon?
You know, it's like the same guy from the Buffalo Wild Wings who just goes out there and has a conversation. That's the guy answering the phone at the call center. Yes, ma'am, we understand. Some people do like to try and bake in them. No, you can't.
You cannot. But let me tell you the story about my college burger days.
I had a George Foreman grill. I made a mess too. It's okay.
Should we tell a Brent freshman roommate story? Have you ever talked about my freshman roommate?
I don't know that we have.
I had a freshman year roommate who I had not met before. I lived across from Matt, and his roommate Joe had been good friends with since childhood. So sort of the opposite ends. And none of us liked my freshman year roommate. We'll call him Tim. Tim, if you're listening, yeah, dude, I'm sure you know. So Tim had a fucking George Foreman grill, and he loved it. He at least put on airs that he loved it, cooking fucking meat in our little dorm room all hours of the night. And it just started to smell like shit in our room, and I just kind of thought it was like, this is a boys' dorm room. It'd just be smelling like shit. Until we were doing a cleaning before spring break, and I did a real nice clean in our room. I dry Swiffered and wet Swiffered the floors.
Hey,
did laundry. Nice. I was scrubbing the walls and everything. And I found the George Foreman. Not only was there grease spray all rainbowed around the entire wall where he would be cooking, which was above my bed, by the way, so who knows how much grease is on my pillowcase. He didn't empty the George Foreman grease trap.
That's the whole point of a George Foreman, is that it catches all that grease.
Yeah, I opened it up, and it was just almost full to the tip top with yellow burger grease. And I cussed him out about it in front of his dad. It felt really good.
And then I think he borrowed my sponge. No, bro, you keep it. Maybe that was to clean his shaker bottle. I don't know. All I know is he came back with the thing, and I'm like, no, you need it more than I do.
There's going to be many stories on this podcast about that young man before we're dead and buried, my friend, I'm sure.
Lordy.
So look forward to that. But enough about my freshman year woes. You got a review.
I do. I have a Google Maps review of Our Grocery Store. There's a grocery store called Our Grocery Store.
It's ours. Who? How
And,
the hell?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to our grocery store. People think you're fucking crazy.
Well, probably not, because this is in Owyhee, Nevada, on the Duck Valley Reservation.
Okay, so everyone's in on this grocery store.
Everyone, yeah.
It literally is ours. The people that shop there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or they're just all in on the joke.
They think this shit's funny.
Like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go there. Anyway, this Google review comes to us from Alexander J. Beeston. And Alexander writes, I am currently in Cotswolds in England. I am English. That has no bearing on my sense of humor, or does it? I was looking for Area 51 type bombing valleys, etc. out of boredom, and found a place that tickled my English sense of humor. Dick Shooter. On Google Earth, this only appears to be a couple of valleys away. Over here, yes. Over your way, probably not. Anyway, I saw that you had called your store our grocery store. You get my vote every day just for that. The produce is presented lovely, and hope it is from local growers, including yourselves. If I can ever bear to leave my spaniels to get across the pond, I will have to get to your grocery store before I go through Dick Shooter to see my brother in Oregon. 5 stars.
Is it okay? We're mean to reviewers sometimes. I think that's a part of the fun.
Yes.
these internet scarecrows we get to build up and break down. But is it mean of me to say that all I can think of is like, get a fucking life, dude? You fucking boring English bastard. Like, read a book, play a video game, watch a movie, go for a walk. Like,
They don't have those over there, no.
I guess I'm going to talk. I'm fucking on Yelp all day looking for funny shit. So yeah, maybe the anger at him is just really towards myself.
Right. It's truly self-directed. I felt a little bit of a kinship with him. I'm like, oh, he hunts for dumb stuff out here too. He sees something that makes him smile, he lets him know.
Yeah, you know what? I take it back. We got to get this guy on the podcast.
It's not even that he saw something that made him smile. He found something that made him smile, and then he found something nearby that also made him smile.
He was digging. He thought he found gold, and he dug another hole next to it, more gold. What a joyous day.
I did find Dick Shooter. It is just over the state line into Idaho.
Just over the bend.
It's a valley, so there are no reviews of it, unfortunately.
That must be one hell of a dick shot that went off that made a whole valley.
Oh, man. It takes water centuries to carve valleys like that. Son, that was quite a load.
It took Richard 10 minutes.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll see if we can rattle up good old Mr. Beeston.
Mr. Beeston, is that his name?
Alexander J. Beeston.
Oh, he's got a middle initial.
It's very English.
I hope he's super like limey. Is that what they call it? No.
Yeah, that's what
Cockney
that's
and limey. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
I hope he's got no teeth.
He's got spaniels, man. I can't leave my dogs.
Hey, I bet the spaniels would love our grocery store.
Oh yeah, they probably have little things for all the pets to eat.
What if they got little treats behind the counter?
They must.
They must. They must, I say. I got a quick review here before we get going today. This review is from Amazon, of course, for the Meiji Hello Panda cookies. Chocolate creme filled, 32 count, 0.75 ounce packages, bite-sized cookies with fun panda sports. That's right, I got the sports version, only the best for you people on reviewparty.com. This review is written by Purious Clouder. Don't know what that means. They title it, Want Some? Right Now. They write, let me say that again. These subtly sweet Asian treats will make your mouth water. Crunchy cookie outside, creamy slick, filling, but not too much of it. Perfect for child lunchbox or late night lazy snacks. 5 stars.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it's just a good review. It's just an agreeable
it had a
review.
Rhyme. A lovely rhyme. Ah.
I don't know if I described the creamy filling as slick, though.
That's kind of strange.
Because when you bite the cookie in half, it is not slipping and sliding
No,
forwards from the cookie.
Whoa. You gotta corral that thing before you choke.
It's not lurching forward like flubber. It's pretty intact.
Yeah. I mean, it's smooth chocolate. I don't know that it's slick, though.
She's taking it a step forward. She is slickening the chocolate. Maybe she's referring to, when the outside of candy bar is just so smooth.
Mm.
You make a Hot Wheels track out of that chocolate stuff, they'll be going fast. So fast they melt the chocolate and don't go so fast no more.
Wow. Yeah, I guess depending on how the koala is filled, or panda, whichever variety you have, all filled yummies are welcome here.
Yeah, I was thinking when I read this, I was like, oh, do I like panda or koala better? I thought, I think they're both great.
Yes. In any case, sometimes you get one that's like, oh man, all the chocolate is just on the bottom of this sucker. And you just sort of bite through the crisp top, and you're like, oh, you stick your tongue.
Oh yeah,
just chocolate. You feel that slick surface.
You enjoy a little oral pleasure.
Well, I mean, when the opportunity is presented, you take it up,
right,
young man.
Yeah, you always cross training. That's on my mind. This licking a panda today. Who knows what I'm licking tomorrow, boys?
Lollipop. Yeah.
Nowhere to go from that. What do you think if the panda is a lazy late night snack?
I guess that is the embodiment of a panda, something lazy.
Oh, they're kind of taking it full circle here.
Yeah. Here's an interesting panda fact. Pandas at zoos, when they're born at other zoos, they still belong to China.
Really? They got those under contract already.
Yeah, that's our panda. It's a monopoly. I'm not going to fight them. Yeah.
I think
that's their thing.
Sure. Yeah, keep it going. I think America should be able to copyright all the bald eagles.
And honestly, if China's going to be, harsh about something, I'd rather it just be ownership of pandas.
Yeah. See, they love pandas. They hate Pooh Bear. One of the guys hates Pooh Bear.
Yeah. He does.
I'm cool with it, though. I'm down with Pooh Bear.
I think it's hilarious.
It's so funny. It's so fucking funny. Oh, man. It's like your grandma who says you look like a cutie like Pooh Bear, so you fucking ban Pooh Bear. You burn all your Pooh Bear shit.
No, Grandma. That's loud.
I'm big and strong and cool.
Yeah, how thin-skinned are you, man?
That's exactly it. Well, before we get any other dictators upset with this podcast, we're going to go ahead and plug this one out. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you made it this far, big extra thank you. That means you're as they say, a real one, and we greatly appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us. We love making it, and we hope that comes through in the deliciousness of the product.
And we hate the posers. So if you're hanging out and you're a poser, better start representing.
If you come repping us, but you be posing, we will call you a square.
We'll stomp the yard.
We'll stomp some yards. We'll accuse you of being a square. Your reputation will never make it. That's why I really hope someone someday that we feature on the show writes us an angry email. Please. Yes. Please someone get mad that we feature their review on show. I'm so excited.
Yard stomping, dog hotting.
I will post
hotdoggin.
I will post a bad breakdance video challenging them. I'll do anything. Anything to get some pissed off Karen mad that we said their name on the show.
Oh, yes.
You look forward to that and more. New episodes every Tuesday. Hashtag Tuesday Reviews Day, if you will. If you'd like to send an absurd Karen or otherwise review for us to make some funnies over, please send an email with a hyperlink, a screenshot, any of the above, to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name, because we'd love to shout you out.
Mm-hmm. There are other ways you can connect with us and send us reviews. We are on the social medias at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok. I'm sure you can send us stuff there. It's the next generation wave of the internet. Smiley face, get your likes on. Also on Twitter, it's the we hate people, but sometimes we're cool with them device. Get on this stuff. It's good for everyone.
It's good to melt that brain. The world is going to end. You make sure that brain's nice and melted, folks.
You'll be just fine. You can also go to reviewparty.com. You can find all the episodes, all the blog posts, including that Robo one that I just read. You get the full deets on that AI oddity. That's the word for it.
The AI.
Sorry, that was a little bit of Invasion of the Body Snatchers for you.
The robot's trying to download itself into your brain.
Yeah. Check out the shop there. Subscribe to the newsletter.
Yes.
These are all things I would recommend if I were in the recommending mood, and I am.
You know who I'd recommend?
Who's that?
A lovely band I know. Nosebleeds. Oh? Maybe you've heard of them. If you've listened to this podcast to this point, you've heard about 10 seconds of a very good song of theirs. It's called Bread for Breakfast. You can find it on Spotify and all their other tunes. Don't they have a song called Duluth?
Do they?
They have I'm pretty sure one of the songs is Duluth.
I think you're right. I think I also mentioned Duluth last episode because we were talking about the trading company.
Yeah, we're high on Duluth lately, folks. Hey. It's the season. 'Tis the season.
'Tis.
But I have something to see us off today. It is some Twitter content, which I sometimes feature.
Yes.
This is a tweet by Sarah Schauer, at Sarah Schauer. It reads simply, I asked my Lyft driver to drive as fast as he comfortably can, and he just turned around and said, I am from Russia. And now I feel like we're about to break the sound barrier. 5 stars.